So it takes a while to adjust.
If only we had a pitcher we could talk to about that. As a matter of fact, we do. Matt Garza with a headset on down in the Brewers dugout. Matt, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I can hear you guys loud and clear.
Thanks for coming on, bud.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
So we'll ask you about your outing, but I want to know about this baseball situation. Have you heard that about the baseballs in Japan versus Major League Baseball? Is that true?
I've heard of it. I know the transition to like workouts and 7-week games for starters, 7-day-week games for starters. But you know, talking to the guys that played and come over, they said it's just a different culture shock mainly, and you know, you go over there to try to get back here.
How tuned in are you with the baseball itself? I saw you one time today. You flipped the baseball back, but when you do that, is it the laces? Is it just the way it feels, or is it just a bad luck baseball sometimes?
Well, no. You know, when the guys hit missiles at your defense and kind of dents the ball a little, so
it makes sense why you'd want to do it then.
You don't want to throw an oval up there.
Yeah, Matty, disappointing season for you last year. You have said as much. What kind of an off season was it for you? What were some of the things that you were thinking about and working on?
You know, had to strip it down bare. You know, like an old house that you're trying to refurbish. Had to gut it and go back to just trying to get my body right, the best way I can be a baseball player. You know.
It seems as though you're mixing your pitches even early in spring training, a lot earlier than you perhaps did last year. Is that something that you're making a conscious effort to do? Last year it seemed like first few starts was fastballs. It looks like you're mixing it up a little bit more early in spring training.
You know, I have to do it just for the fact that you know, like I said, I'm retraining my body. It's a different feeling when every pitch doesn't hurt anymore. You know, it wasn't comfortable at all last year. Just legged it out, and you know, I'm not one to turn down the ball, and I just get through it. And this year, it's, you know, I'm rebuilding from the inside out, and it's a progress, but I like the direction I'm headed in.
It was interesting reading about, and of course we didn't know what was going on. Your wife was pregnant. You were expecting that whole scenario, and a difficult time at that as well. And then the way the season ended, I mean, did you, and you talked about your workout program, like you've changed how you do it. As Aaron Hill dumps one into left field.
It's not. Oh, good beat.
So Hill will reach. But Matt, so you know, you're getting to the age now where you've completely overhauled how you do things, how you think about your season last year, especially the last month of the season. But where are we now with the new Matt Garza 2.0?
I don't think it's 2.0. I think it's just reverting back to what I was. You know, it's I'm not big and bulky anymore. You know, I believe in lengthening my body and strengthening it through flexibility. And you know, I still lift weights. I still do the normal baseball lifts, but it's just I had to add a little more on. You know, it's the game's getting younger, so you got to keep your body in that, you know, that try to keep up with them.
Now, with such a young ball club, Matt, you know, veterans, you know, you and Brawny, Lucroy, do you feel extra pressure to lead by example? And how'd you categorize, you know, the way spring training is going so far for the team?
I think it's going great. We got a lot of energy. We have a lot of guys who have a lot to prove. You know, that's what's the good thing about having a young team. They provide that energy for us. It's every morning's exciting. You know, we have whatever we have scripted. There's always, you know, some fun included. You know, but it's always work being done. And you know, I like where we're at. You know, as a club, as a whole organization, the rebuild is going, you know, in my eyes, quicker than I've seen. So it's I think we're going to surprise some people, and it's going to be fun.
How would you categorize Derek Johnson as a pitching coach in a few short sentences? I mean, how does he approach, you know, being a pitching coach?
You know, what's funny is you asked me that, and one of my good friends, David Price, texted me and asked me about him. And you know, the way I described him was he's an outside-the-box thinker. It's refreshing. You know, it's not the normal this and that, It's let's look at it this way, and it's refreshing to see that. You know, refreshing to bring a new outlook into, you know, something that's been common in baseball. Just the, you know, mechanics this, mechanics that, and you know, we talk a lot more about mentality and approach, and you know, I think that's a good thing, is because we, you know, guys who get here know how to get here. It's just kind of sticking here, and being successful here is a key point, you know.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I mean, you talk about thinking out of the box. Can you give us maybe an example of how Derek would be thinking out of the box in your case, for instance?
Trying to quiet my my mentality down, trying to slow it down. You know, I'm a high-strung guy with a lot of energy, and we're just trying to quiet it down and control it. Get it, like I said, get it back to a mentality I've had in the past. And like I said, it's a progress, and I like the direction I'm going in.
Visiting with Matt Garza, who pitched today 3 innings, and Matt's working his way up to regular season readiness as the Brewers have 2 on with 1 away.
Come on, CC.
Big Chris Carter, CC, we're calling him. A big wave and a miss, and down he goes. As you look at some of this offense, my last question for you, Matt, here, but from the pitching side, you obviously are tuned in with how many runs the Brewers are going to score, and got guys like Braun and Lucroy, but Carter's going to be an interesting guy this year for the Brewers, I think, at Miller Park.
Yeah, you know, that's a good, he's a guy with a lot of potential. You know, it's you just see it on him. You know, pitching against him when he was a rookie, you saw it in him there. He was an exciting guy because everything he does looks like there's no effort, and the ball travels a long, long, long way.
Inspiring you when you get to the plate this year, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I've been working hard there with Jason Lane too, so I'm trying to improve my overall game. You know, I want to get back to being a baseball player, not just a pitcher.
I love it. Wilkins with a base hit, is going to bring in a run to tie the game. So Andy Wilkins keeps it going. This guy's been a story here this spring, and he drives in a run to square it at 3. And
he's, you know, like I said, opportunity drives competition. This guy Wilkins he's putting up a fight. He wants to, you know, he wants to show he belongs, and he's doing a good job with his at bats and taking advantage of the opportunities he's having right now.
Feels like such a theme this spring, Matt. We appreciate the time today. We know you have a very busy schedule. You starting pitchers wall to wall, 24 hours, and we thank you for your time. Big things from you this year. The Brewers are counting on you, and it's always great to visit with you for a little bit and hear your thoughts about the way things are going.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me, and it was a blast. Enjoyed the game.
All right, Matt Garza, and this is going to be a key year for him. I love everything he's saying.
Right,
I mean,
right,
you know,
exactly.
This is a guy that wants to win. He wants to compete. He wants to be great. There's no denying that, and he's not afraid to say it.